Welcome to Audit Archive, where we run you through some of the most questionable and rather atrocious police encounters. Today, we're looking at two cases of police misconduct. One where an officer unlawfully arrested a reporter without probable cause, and another where an officer used excessive force during a traffic stop by assaulting and kicking a driver for no reason at all. On November 23, 2022, in Phoenix, Arizona, the local police department received a 911 call from a Chase Bank employee regarding a public disturbance. In response, Officer Caleb Zimmerman was dispatched to the scene, where he entered the bank and conversed with the employee present.
Hey, what's going on?
That gentleman's not there.
Okay,
So he keeps asking people like if they have accounts here and like making them feel really uncomfortable. And so we went out there and we're like, hey, we're just making people feel uncomfortable. Can you leave? And he's like, no, I'm a reporter.
okay.
So I reached out to my security team. We've already asked him to leave and it's taking time.
No, not too bad. Pretty easy.
Sure. If he's not willing to leave, are you guys willing to prosecute for trespassing?
Yeah,
Okay.
I spoke to my security team and they said I have the authority to sign for that.
Okay, perfect. Let me just grab your name here.
Do you want my driver's license?
Do you have it with you real quick or not? Yeah, I can just write your name down.
Yeah, legal name is Brenda Cruz.
Brenda? C-R-U-Z? And what's your date of birth? Okay. I'll go chat with him and see if he's willing to leave. If not, we have to arrest him. We'll come back in and chat with somebody probably. Do you guys want him trespassed from the property for the future as well? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
If he
Sounds good.
refuses to leave, yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
If my security team said if they have to lift their breath if they're refusing to leave, then he's no longer allowed.
Okay. Sounds good. All right,
you so
thank you.
much.
Apparently, a finance reporter for the Wall Street Journal by the name of Dion Rabowen stood outside the bank conducting interviews with people walking in, something that the bank found unacceptable. After wrapping up his conversation with the staff, Officer Zimmerman went outside to interrogate Mr. Rabowen.
How's it going?
Doing alright, how are you?
You get your ID on you?
Yep.
Can I see it?
Why?
Because they want you trespassed from the property.
What's that?
They want you trespassed from the property.
What is trespass from the project?
That means you will be notified that you're no longer allowed to be on this property. If you return to this property, you'll be arrested for trespassing.
Why do they want that? They never asked me to leave.
Okay, they said they came out here and asked you to leave because you were making customers uncomfortable.
No, they came out and asked what I was doing. I told them what I was doing. They said I wasn't allowed to solicit. I said I wasn't soliciting. They said they were going to go talk it out with someone.
Okay.
That was the end of it. They never asked me to leave.
Okay. Well, right now you are being detained for trespass because they have told me they've asked you to leave and you're still on the property.
Okay, well, number one, you haven't asked me to leave, so
Okay.
I don't know what I'd be detained for.
Because once somebody from this company or this
Right.
property asks you to leave,
Okay, so like
and
I
you
just told
remain
you,
on the
I
property,
did. But also, am I on the sidewalk?
you're on private property.
So this sidewalk is private property.
Correct.
Okay. Again, no one informed me of that either.
Okay, do you have your ID on you?
I do, but there's no reason I need to show it to you because I haven't done anything wrong.
Okay. I'm going to officially trespass you from this property.
Claiming that the bank never specifically told him to leave the property, the reporter was surprised that the officer wished to detain him. Considering that he was never told to exit the premises, Mr. Rabowen technically hadn't broken any laws. Despite that, instead of going down the logical route of giving the reporter a warning and relaying the bank employee's message, Officer Zimmerman took the matter into his own hands and detained Mr. Rabowen.
Which means you are required to provide.
Right,
Your
but
pro-
what
your
I'm
ID.
saying to you is I haven't been asked to leave. If I had been asked to leave, I would have left.
Okay, the next step is I put you in handcuffs and you get arrested for trespassing. Is that what you want to
Right,
happen?
I'll just leave.
Okay, they're going to trespass you from the property.
Right, I don't
Since
need
you're
to be
still here,
trespassed from
you
the
do.
I will leave. I'll walk away voluntarily.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
I just said I will
Okay, turn around,
walk
put your
away
hands behind your back.
I will
Turn around,
walk
put your
away
hands behind your
voluntarily.
back.
I will
Hands
walk
behind your
away
back.
voluntarily.
Are you resisting?
Why,
Are you resisting?
What am I doing?
Put your hands behind your back.
I'm not doing anything.
Put your hands behind your back.
Pull your phone out. Please record this.
Hey, put your hands behind your back.
Out of nowhere, despite Mr. Rabowen stating that he would leave the premises, the officer began unlawfully arresting the reporter anyway. This was a clear violation of Mr. Rabowen's fourth constitutional right, which states, "The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue, but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. Moreover, police must follow several procedures before they can make a legal arrest. An officer may only make an arrest in a very limited number of circumstances, including 1. The officer personally observed a crime such as domestic violence misdemeanor. 2. The officer has probable cause, reasonable grounds to believe the person arrested committed a crime. 3. The officer has an arrest warrant issued by a judge. However, by not confirming whether or not the bank had actually told the reporter to leave the premises, the officer no longer had probable cause to arrest the reporter. Nevertheless, he continued to detain the poor victim.
Please record this. Do you really want to make this worse? Hey, wait. Right now you can still...
I told you I would voluntarily leave.
Okay, that's not an option right now.
Why is that not an option?
Because I explained it to you already. Did you listen?
What did you explain to me?
Did you listen?
Yeah, I told you I didn't realize I was on private property. I will leave. I'll walk away.
Okay.
I'm literally doing my job.
Same here.
No, you're not.
633 Henry Code 415.
You absolutely did
Walk to
not.
my car with me?
There's no reason
Hey,
for
what's
you
your
to walk with your car. Dion Rabowen?
Dion Ramon? Okay.
Dion Rabowen, yeah. Reporter for the Wall Street Journal. With this guy's information.
Super easy. You're making it difficult.
You're making it difficult. I told you I would leave. Happily.
Okay.
I said I would walk away.
That was your option when they asked you to leave the first time.
They didn't ask me to leave the first time, as I told you. As I said to you very
You
clearly,
need to
I
stay
was
on the
never
sidewalk
asked to
for me,
leave.
please. Okay. Do you want to get arrested as well?
Now the officer was threatening to arrest the other civilian who was watching the incident unfold. However, the officer could not do so due to her being protected by the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which states, "Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances." Even if the officer tried to arrest her for obstructing a police officer, he wouldn't be able to do so. This is because obstruction includes any intentional interference by physical force, threats, telling lies, or giving misleading information, refusing to cooperate in removing an obstruction, or warning a person who has committed a crime so that he can escape detection. It is not, however, an offense merely not to answer or to advise someone not to answer police questions that he does not have to answer.
Okay. Relax.
I'm relaxed. I've been relaxed this entire time.
Okay. What's your name?
I don't need to provide you with my name, so I haven't committed a crime.
I'm gonna grab your ID out of your wallet.
I'm
gonna ID you.
Permission to
Okay.
go in my pocket.
Now I'm gonna have you take a seat here.
Through this one action, Officer Zimmerman violated his department's search and seizure policy. It's important to note that, according to contact law, you have certain rights on the Constitution of the United States to protect your privacy rights pertaining to your belongings. Those rights extend to your person, your bags, your car, your house, and more. The police can only act and take any of your items in carefully delineated circumstances which include 1. The officers having a search warrant to confiscate the item. 2. Reason to believe that there is evidence of a crime within that item. Since none of those conditions applied, the officer was once again violating the man's fourth constitutional right.
Now you take a seat here. Don't turn towards me. Take a seat.
I'd rather.
Take a seat, dude. Do you really want to do this?
I don't want to take a seat. I don't want to take a seat. I don't want to get in your car. I haven't
This
done
doesn't
anything
mean you're
wrong.
going to jail.
Okay, I don't want to get in your car.
It just means you're detained.
Okay, why am I being detained? I followed your orders. I said I would leave. No one asked me to leave. If they had, I told you back there I would have left.
You're
Had
gonna
they
end
asked
up
me to
with
leave,
more
I would
charges
have left.
right now than we need to
Charges
do.
for what?
Take a seat.
What would I be?
You can
what
still
would I
walk away.
receive charges for?
You can still walk away from
Okay,
this right
then
now.
let's have me
Take
walk
a
away
seat.
from this right now.
It is an option, but if you don't
Okay.
sit down, it's not going to be an option.
But
Very simple.
okay.
I'm being very straightforward with you.
Okay, well I'm trying to sit
Take
down.
a seat.
I'm trying
Okay.
to sit down.
I
okay?
appreciate that. Push yourself up in there.
I made very clear to you that I would leave if they had asked me to leave.
Put your feet in there.
I'm not going to sit in your car, sir. I've done nothing wrong. I haven't committed any crimes.
You're making this way more difficult
No,
than it needs to
you're
be.
making it way more difficult than it
I'm
has to be,
not.
officer.
You're on private
Zimmerman.
property that you were asked to leave.
Right, I was not asked to
Okay,
leave. That's
put
what I
your feet
told
inside.
you. I told you
Put
I
your
was
feet
never
inside.
asked to leave the private property. At no point
Put
was I
your
asked to
feet
leave.
inside.
If you had asked me to leave, I would have left.
They
This
already
was
asked
very
you to
simple.
leave.
No, they didn't. They never asked me to leave.
Put your seat
They said
feet
they were going to go inside and talk to someone.
Dude, come on.
Then you showed up. And I said I would leave.
I'm not going to give you any more chances. Okay?
You're not going to give me any chances for what? I haven't done anything
you're
wrong.
Going to get an additional charge if you don't.
Of what? A charge of what?
Do you want me to force you into the car?
What would the charge be? What have I done?
Resisting.
What am I resisting?
My order for you to put your feet inside my car.
You're unlawful. Why am I being put in the car?
Because I'm going to trespass you from this property.
All you had to do was ask me to leave. I would have left. All they had to do was ask me to leave.
I already told you that wasn't an option at that point.
Right. Why was that not an option? If I'm being trespassed,
you're being detained for trespassing.
Right. Why am I being detained for trespassing instead of just being allowed to leave?
Because there's reasonable suspicion that you committed a crime here.
What crime?
Of trespassing.
The crime of trespassing. So because I tried to leave, I'm being detained and stopped from leaving.
You didn't try to leave.
I did try to leave. I tried to walk away when you grabbed me and put me in cuffs. I tried to walk away. I will walk away now. I told you multiple times I'm willing to walk away.
Okay.
At no point have I refused to leave. At no point have I said I will not leave, I will not go.
Again,
I said happily I would have walked away had they asked.
You can still walk away from this.
Okay, so then let me walk away from this.
I'm going to after I run your name and I give them your name.
Why do you need to run my name or give anyone my name?
Because you are being trespassed from this property.
Right. Again, had I been asked to leave, I would have left. I will happily leave. I have done nothing wrong. There's no reason you need my name or my ID.
I do, and that's what I've been trying to explain to you.
Right, and you don't, because had I been asked to leave by anyone, even by you, if you just said, hey, you have to leave, I'd have left. That would have been it. I would have walked away. As I said to you, as I sat there and said to you, I will walk away, I'll leave. If you're, as an officer of the law, saying that I have to leave, I'll leave. If they, as employees, had said, hey, this is private property, you were trespassing, you have to leave, I said, okay.
They did, and they reported to me that they did.
They did not. Bring
them
out here and have them say that.
They reported to me that they did, okay?
Okay.
There's cameras up there and everything else.
Great, there's cameras. Check the footage then. And if the footage shows that they asked me to leave and I did not, I'll go with you.
Okay.
Okay?
I don't want to take you with me.
I don't want to go with you.
I want to run your name, but you're not being compliant.
Right, well then run my name. You have my wallet. So go run my name.
You need to put your feet inside so I can do it safely.
You think I'm going to run away?
I'm not going to give you that option.
I'm a reporter for the Wall Street Journal.
Okay.
I'm not going to run away from you.
Just
you have my ID.
Inside the car.
Why do I need to put my feet inside the car?
I'll roll the window down for you if you want.
Why do I need to be in the car in the first place? I'm not going to run away from you.
Because you haven't been compliant with me one time.
Right. There was no reason for this. There was no reason for any of this to happen. I'm not going to run away from you.
I know you're not going to. Property.
Okay, so then I would have left. No, if they want me to leave, I'll leave.
They never could have done that when they asked you to.
They didn't ask me to. That's what I told you multiple times. I've told you multiple times they never asked me to leave. They said they were going to go in and have a conversation with someone. I told them my assumption was the sidewalk is public property. So I said, I'm just here. I'm not soliciting. I'm not selling anything. I'm not interrogating anyone. I have a legal and lawful right to be here because my assumption was
been asked to leave.
I was not asked to leave. This is what I keep saying to you. And I understand. And then I
told you I wasn't.
Right, but here's the thing. Here's all you had to do. You said, hey, you've been asked to leave. You won't leave. I said, hey, that's a misunderstanding. I get that. I'll go.
Okay,
which is what I said to you.
You could have done that when they asked you to leave.
What I'm telling you and what I've said to you multiple times is that I was not asked to leave. If they say I was asked to leave and you'd come out here and said, hey, they asked you to leave, I was never told that. That's what I've said to you over and over.
The second part of that, which I've tried to explain to you, is they want you trespassed from the property.
Right, but I haven't done anything to be trespassed from the property.
Which gives me lawful authority to detain you and identify you.
Right, but I have not done anything.
If you don't want to hear my explanation,
no, you've explained
it's going to be hard for you to understand properly.
No, I understand. I understand what you're saying. You're saying they want me trespassed. I'm saying there's no reason to trespass me from the property because I haven't refused to leave. If you come here and you say, isn't the entire point that I leave?
Yeah, you're just being difficult and you've got another person interfering too.
After more back and forth between each other, two other officers arrived on the scene. Seeing this, Officer Zimmerman proceeded to ask for their help in keeping an eye on the victim while he wrote a trespassing notice.
Literally why this whole thing is happening. If you believe that if you believe that I had done anything and that I was going to die, what is this right thing?
After writing down the notice, he approached Mr. Rabowen, gave him the notice, and proceeded to let him go.
November 23rd at 15:24 hours, you are being officially trespassed from this property. If you return to this property, you will be arrested for trespassing. Do you understand?
No. I'm joking, yes, I understand.
Okay, that's it. We're going to take you out of cuffs and you're good to go.
Okay.
Cool?
All this was completely unnecessary.
I agree.
Cool. I want your
name
and your badge number.
I'll write it down for you if you want.
I will be filing an official complaint with your office.
I'll give you that information on how to do that.
Fantastic. For all of this. None of this was necessary. Yeah, for being in handcuffs. For detaining me.
We go off of what our call states.
Right, sure, but he came and he asked me, and I told him they never asked me to leave. All he had to do was believe me and let me walk away. The whole situation was ever. No one lies to you ever. Exactly. They didn't, because of course they didn't lie, right? That's impossible. Well, obviously someone
we had to do our investigation, right?
Right. No, you didn't need to do an investigation. The point was for me to leave. All you had to do was let me leave. I would have left. As I said to him when he first walked up, I said, hey, they want me to leave, I'll leave.
But someone's already asked you to leave.
But
Not
they
saying
didn't
that-
ask me to
Not
leave,
saying
but
that
that's
they
the
did. I'm
point.
just saying.
Right, but that's
What this
but
call
that's
states.
what's right.
But that's what the call states. If someone asks
So all you have
you
to
to
do is
leave,
come up and ask me.
we have to detain you.
No, you
because now
don't.
you're detained.
You don't have to.
Because you're breaking the law.
Right,
Okay.
but I'm not
Off
breaking the
what
law. I
the call
would
states.
have is the point.
But when someone asks you from a business to
Right.
leave, then it's breaking
And
the
so
law.
a really simple way to deal with this was, hey, did someone ask you to leave? No. Well, I'm asking to leave now. Okay. Boom, look at that. We avoid the whole thing.
Weeks after the incident, Mr. Abowen said online that he had received a call from Phoenix Police regarding the matter, where he was told that the department found that the officer had done nothing wrong. A few months later, though, police opened an administrative investigation into the matter. As of the date of this recording, however, no further updates have been made. Next up, on January 20th, 2020, in Scottsdale, Arizona, Officer Daniel Kohler and his partner pulled over a vehicle operated by Andres Dominguez and conducted a traffic stop. How the stop would go, however, was far from pleasant.
What's up, man?
What's up?
Where you headed?
Where am I headed?
Yeah.
I live in Tempe.
You live in Tempe?
Yeah,
Cool,
I got
man.
a job over here at on Scottsdale and Camelback. No, it's not where I'm going. I'm going home. I
Okay.
gotta get changed since I got another job in Phoenix.
Okay.
Did I break a law?
You live in Tempe?
I live in Tempe.
Okay. What's with
Hold
the
on.
attitude, man?
I'm in a hurry and I don't know. I don't break. I'm a very very cautious good driver.
Okay.
I saw you when I made my U-turn.
Right.
I know I didn't break any laws, so I'm curious of why
You know that you didn't break any laws? So are you saying that I'm violating your rights right now?
I haven't had a traffic ticket in a very long time. I'm
Okay.
a very good driver.
Okay.
So what's
So,
up?
do you just not like the police or what?
Look, sir, I don't have time for this. I have to go home. I have to get changed. I have a shift that starts at 8 o'clock.
Well, that's going to take you longer if you keep the attitude.
Well, I don't have an attitude. Do you want to tell me what you need?
Yeah, I need your license, registration, proof of insurance. I also need to know if there's any guns or knives in the
I don't
car.
have any guns. I'm an armed guard, but I don't have my gun with me.
Okay.
I'm
Is that-
a security guard.
So you're a security guard, but you have an attitude towards the police, but you have this
I don't know what
almost
you're
the same
talking about
job as we
attitude.
do.
You better lose your attitude, okay?
Okay.
I don't even
Go
know
ahead and
what
step
you're
out of the
talking
car.
about. You don't have a right to open
Go
up
ahead
the
and
door.
step out of the car.
This is private property.
Go ahead and step
Do
out.
not touch me.
Get
Do
out
not
of
touch
the
me.
get out of the car.
Do not touch me.
Get out of the car.
Do
I'm gonna
not
rip
touch
you out of the car.
Do not touch me. Hey!
Get out of the car. Get out of the car right
I haven't done anything.
Get out. Are you serious?
Get out of the car.
I haven't done anything.
Car right now. I'm gonna hurt you if you don't get out of the car right now.
Out of nowhere, with no explanation as to why he was pulling him over, the officer forcibly opened Mr. Dominguez's car door and lunged forward at him. This was a clear violation of traffic stop policies and the victim's fourth constitutional right. Moreover, the officer would also be liable for committing aggravated assault, with varying sentences depending on the severity of the crime. A first offender can face 5 to 15 years of imprisonment. Defendants who were previously convicted of a dangerous offense can face 10 to 20 years, while a third-time offender could face 15 to 25 years in prison. Additionally, the fines can be as high as $150,000 for an aggravated assault conviction and sentence. You may also lose civil rights like the right to bear arms or the right to vote. Moreover, according to the U.S. Department of Justice, when a law enforcement officer uses excessive force or engages in other prohibited conduct, other officers on the scene have a duty to stop such action. However, rather than stop his partner from violating the poor man's rights, the other officer on the scene assisted him in his crime.
Get out of the car.
Get out of the car.
Get out of the car right now.
Kidding me? Oh my God!
Get on the ground right now.
I'm not doing anything.
Get on the ground right
I'm not
now.
doing anything.
Get out of the
Hey!
ground. Get on the ground.
I haven't done anything.
Hey,
Get on the ground right now. That is not cool, brother. You're fighting with us.
I didn't fight. I got the insurance right here.
Stop
Ow!
fighting! Stop resisting right now!
Hurting me.
Stop resisting!
You're hurting me. I don't got nothing in my
I'm
hand.
going to tase you.
Don't tase me.
Stop
going to
resisting.
tase you.
Don't. I don't have any weapons.
Stop
I don't have
resisting.
anything. Ow! Ow!
Stop resisting,
Ow!
man!
Ow! Ow! Help! Help!
Stop
Help!
resisting!
Help! Help! Help!
Stop resisting!
Help!
Behind your
Help! Help!
Put your hands
Help!
behind your back.
Help! Help! You're hurting me!
Stop resisting,
Help!
man!
You're hurting me! Help
Put your hands behind your
me!
back.
Help me!
Blood.
Help me! Help me! Help! Help! Help me!
With a lot of aggression and the use of profanities, The officer ripped a hole in the victim's shirt, lifted and threw him onto the ground, and then continued to kick him even though the victim clearly wasn't resisting. All of these actions made it clear that the officer was violating the use of force policy, which states, "Officers shall use only that amount of force that is objectively reasonable under the totality of the circumstances known to the officer at the time the force is used. Force may appear necessary at the time the force is used given the facts and circumstances perceived by the officer at the time of the event to accomplish a legitimate law enforcement purpose." However, the officer wasn't done torturing the victim just yet.
Help me! Stop, release your hands.
No, I'm not doing
Stop
anything.
resisting.
I didn't do anything. You attacked me.
Stop resisting right now.
You attacked me.
Calm down.
You attacked me. That hurts. They're hurting my ankles. You're on my legs. Help me.
Calm down.
Help me. You're hurting me. Please stop hurting me. You're hurting my legs. You're hurting my legs. Please stop hurting me.
4035,
Please.
we have one detained.
Stop hurting me.
Roll fire for
Please stop hurting me.
face laceration, and you can unrestrict.
Please stop hurting me.
Why are you fighting with me?
Ow! Ow! You're hurting my
Okay, roll
ankle.
him over.
You're hurting my ankle.
You stop yelling. We'll
Stop
make it
kicking
stand
him.
up.
Oh my God! I cannot believe you did this to me. I live in Tempe.
You were fighting with me, bro.
No one's. I'm in my car. Who's fighting?
You wouldn't get out when I asked you to.
You don't have a reason to take me out of my
And
car.
you said you usually carry a gun with you. You started.
You're
reaching
lying.
around.
I didn't say. I said I am a security guard.
That's an armed security guard.
No, I said I do own it. You said, do you have a weapon? I said I do
And
own a
then you
gun.
won't get out of the car and you're reaching around.
Sir, I'm not getting. No, you're
My-
wrong.
my safety's
You're lying.
number one, man.
You're lying. I hope you have your video camera on.
It is.
I'm gonna charge you.
My safety.
Please don't hurt my ankle, sir.
4035,
Sir, please don't hurt my
we're
ankles.
update location in Scottsdale, Maine.
Please, sir, don't hurt my ankle.
No one's hurting your ankles.
My left. You're putting pressure on my
Okay,
ankles.
I'm gonna release it. Are you gonna keep on
No,
fighting?
I'm not doing anything.
Okay,
Help me! Help!
you good?
After the incident, Mr. Dominguez was taken to the hospital and later charged with multiple crimes, including resisting arrest. In response, the victim unsurprisingly filed a federal lawsuit alleging assault and battery from the officers on top of suing the city for being negligent in training. According to the lawsuit, they also used excessive force and didn't have probable cause to arrest Dominguez. Unfortunately, Mr. Dominguez still received a traffic ticket, lost his job, and Officer Kohler remained on the city's payroll. Be sure to check out our previous video where we cover another outrageous police encounter.